Remember when the Cybertruck was supposed to change the world? When Elon Musk promised a truck so revolutionary it would make the Ford F-150 look like a relic of the past? Well, fast forward to today, and that very same Cybertruck has become a symbol, not of progress, but of overpromising and underdelivering. How did we go from bulletproof windows and Blade Runner aesthetics to recalls, broken promises, and laughably bad real-world performance? This is the story of how Tesla's truck, once hyped as the future, became one of the auto industry's biggest flops. The overhyped dream. When Elon Musk first unveiled the Cybertruck back in 2019, the world watched in stunned silence. Not because they were amazed, but because they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The truck looked like something out of a sci-fi parody. Yet Musk boldly declared that it would out-tow, out-haul, outlast, and out-accelerate every other truck on the market. It would have armored glass, an ultra-tough exoskeleton, 500-plus miles of range, be bulletproof, and even float. Oh, and all of this would cost just under $40,000. People cheered. Deposits flew in. It was Tesla at its most ambitious, and its most disconnected from reality. The truth is, the Cybertruck was never really meant to be practical. It was a spectacle, a showpiece. But eventually, all the hype had to meet the road, and that's where the Cybertruck began to fall apart. Design disaster. Looks cool, drives terrible. Let's be honest. The Cybertruck's design is polarizing, but being unique isn't the same as being good. In fact, its angular, wedge-like shape may be iconic, but it's also profoundly impractical. Forget about seeing out of it clearly. Visibility is compromised by thick pillars and weird angles. Parking it is a nightmare. Good luck fitting it into a standard garage. The exoskeleton, a stainless steel body that's supposed to be tough, actually prevents the kind of flexibility modern vehicles need for both safety and manufacturing tolerances. The result? Gigantic panel gaps, misaligned doors, and some of the worst build quality ever seen in a production vehicle. More importantly, despite all of Musk's tough guy talk, the truck doesn't even deliver on its promise of being rugged. That supposedly bulletproof glass, shattered during the live reveal, and in real-world use, scratches, dents, and rust spots have already been reported. So much for indestructible. Performance problems. A truck is supposed to be functional. It's supposed to tow, haul, and work. The Cybertruck fails at all three. For starters, its payload and towing capacities fall short of not only what Musk originally promised, but also of mainstream trucks like the Ford F-150 or the Ram 1500. Even worse, its range, a key promise that Tesla hammered home, was massively overhyped. To get anywhere close to the claimed 500 miles, you need a bulky auxiliary battery that eats up the truck bed, which defeats the entire purpose of having a bed in the first place. With a standard battery, you're looking at real-world range figures that can fall below 200 miles when towing or driving in less than perfect conditions. And let's not even start on range anxiety. A truck that gives up 2/3 of its range the moment you hitch a trailer isn't a truck. It's a toy. Useless tech. The Cybertruck is stuffed with flashy, unnecessary tech. Steer-by-wire, yoke steering, auto-presenting doors. These are features that sound futuristic, but offer no real benefit to the average driver. In fact, they make the truck more complicated, more fragile, and more likely to break down. What's missing is the utility. No physical buttons, no intuitive controls. The interior feels more like a prototype than a finished product. And for all the talk of utility, it doesn't even come with basic things most truck owners expect, like a reliable tie-down system or usable bed storage. Some owners have even reported bed liners that warp in the sun and storage covers that malfunction within weeks. Worse still, the promised onboard air compressor and other practical tools, either not included or half-baked. This truck wasn't built to work. It was built to impress at tech conferences. Broken promises. The original base price Elon Musk promised back in 2019 was $39,900, a figure that helped generate massive hype and hundreds of thousands of pre-orders. Fast forward to today, and that price tag is little more than a memory. You won't find a single Cybertruck selling for under $80,000, and that's before you even start adding options. Dual motor and tri-motor variants soar even higher, pushing the vehicle deep into luxury territory. And for those who locked in their reservations years ago, the experience has been anything but smooth. Many early adopters are still waiting, some approaching the 5-year mark, with no clear delivery date in sight. Tesla's timeline has been chaotic at best, misleading and deceptive at worst, continually shifting deadlines, vague updates, and broken promises have become the norm rather than the exception. Then there are the specs, which have undergone a quiet but significant transformation since that dramatic 2019 unveiling. The version Musk originally hyped up and the one Tesla is now delivering are practically different vehicles. The infamous bulletproof windows that shattered on stage, quietly shelved, the promised 500-mile range, downgraded significantly, full self-driving, still in beta, and nowhere near what was teased, and the idea that it could float or be partially amphibious? Pure fantasy. Almost every bold claim has either been walked back or ignored entirely. What buyers are getting today is a watered-down version of the original dream, an expensive experimental truck with more questions than answers. It's becoming clear to many that the Cybertruck isn't just delayed. It's a classic bait and switch, and consumers are finally starting to wake up to that reality. Safety comes last. Perhaps the most damning blow to the Cybertruck's reputation came recently with a massive recall. Over 4,000 Cybertrucks, virtually every one that had been delivered, were recalled due to a critical safety flaw, a sticking accelerator pedal. In plain terms, the go pedal was getting stuck down. That's not just a design oversight, that's a life-threatening hazard. This isn't some minor software glitch or cosmetic defect. It's a fundamental mechanical failure. For a company that claims to be on the cutting edge of automotive technology, missing something this basic is inexcusable. And when you consider that the Cybertruck weighs over 6,000 pounds and can accelerate from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, the consequences of that failure become terrifying. In the wrong situation, that's not just a malfunction. It's a deadly weapon on wheels. Tesla didn't just drop the ball here, they proved they still haven't mastered the fundamentals of safe, reliable vehicle design. A truck for no one. The biggest question surrounding the Cybertruck is also the most obvious. Who is this truck actually for? Real truck owners. They don't want to deal with massive blind spots, poor towing range, or glitchy tech that doesn't hold up in real work environments. The Cybertruck simply doesn't deliver the utility, reliability, or performance that traditional truck buyers demand. Off-roaders aren't impressed either. Despite its bold styling, the Cybertruck isn't durable or agile enough for serious off-road use. Its heavy frame, awkward dimensions, and questionable build quality make it more of a liability than a trail-ready machine. It looks tough, but it doesn't perform like it. Urban drivers, the Cybertruck is too bulky, too heavy, and too impractical for tight city streets and everyday commuting. It's a spectacle, not a solution. At this point, the truck's only real appeal lies with hardcore Tesla fans or those who want to stand out. People drawn to the novelty, not the practicality. But even they're growing tired of the delays, the quality issues, and the skyrocketing price tag. When your most loyal fans start losing faith, you know something's gone wrong. The beginning of the end? The Cybertruck could have been something special. It could have been a bold step into the future of utility vehicles. Instead, it's become a symbol of everything wrong with hype-driven innovation, flashy ideas, ignored fundamentals, and a company more focused on headlines than hardware. It's not a truck. It's a $100,000 experiment that failed. So where does Tesla go from here? That's anyone's guess, but one thing's clear, the Cybertruck is not the future. It's a warning. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the stories behind the tech and the truth they don't always want you to hear.